Here we are live, guys. Got a rye blind set up. Excited for trying some different things, seeing if I can pick out any of the different ryes. Hopefully I can, because it's, I don't even know what these could be. Well, actually, I should say I do know what these could be. They could be a variety of different drinks, I think I set out 7 or 8. And so yeah, it's going to be interesting. My wife poured them for me. So excited about that. Once we get some people in. Majors, cheers, buddy. Uh, Great videos. Keep up the good work, man. It's awesome to see that. So hey, what's up, Whiskey Wisdom? Appreciate you guys. Now, this rye blind is going to be interesting. Had my wife uh, pour all these samples for me. I put out about 8 ryes and said just pour 5 of them. And so we've got different colors, and I've got a key in here for that. Hey, cheers, guys. Cheers, Chris. Cheers, Johnny. Appreciate you guys. Hoping you guys are having a great, healthy, entrance into the Christmas season here. The old COVID is around everywhere right now, so it's kind of just trying to dip and dodge, wash your hands all the time. So it's, stay healthy. You guys get now it is allocate season. Anybody get lucky? Anybody get something that's really real proud of? I mean, I filmed yesterday at a raffle that I have here, and that they have here. It's a local grocery store, and they do it about once every quarter. And the BTAC was supposed to be here, and they didn't. They didn't drop it. The distribution kept it and said, "Sorry, guys, we're going to drop it next week." So it wasn't here for that. So it's a bummer, man. Oh, Whiskey Wisdom, sorry to hear that, man. It's a tough time. Tough time, man. It's trying to keep everybody healthy is a pain in itself, for sure. Hey guys, I'm gonna add a little music during the rye and all the different things. So let me know if it's too loud, because I had to turn it down on my end just so it doesn't get double feedback there. But one thing that I got at the raffle, came in like 25th, 26th. This was the only bottle that wasn't something I already had. So I got a Jefferson's Tropics. Has anybody had this? This is something that I'm kind of interested in. I don't know. I also got another Mighty Fine batch Booker's. I like that batch, so I was like, I'll have another one bunkered away and drink it some other, but who knows, right? I got a JD 10 and a 12. I have never had either one of those, to be honest. I think I do have a bottle of the JD 12 somewhere, and I just have, it got put back behind some stuff, and I don't think I pulled it. I'm going to have to crack that sometime. JD 12. I hear it's great. I hear people really enjoy it, so it's one of those things that I'm just hopeful. Oh, man. So, yeah. This crazy little thing that I've got going on. If you guys haven't seen the promo or the little lead-in video that I have for this, I have a friend that he's like, it would be hilarious to make you look like a dumbass. Let's do whiskey roulette. And so here I have a roulette. I have 3 solid shots. I have just daily drinkers and 1 of spicy pickle vodka. Now, I tried this straight up. It's terrible, but we added a little bit of soy sauce just to, kind of match the color. So the thing is I'm going to spin that from time to time after the rye blind and just go take one every once in a while. Just shoot it, pop it, shoot it, and hope that I don't catch a bullet. Yeah, so hopeful for that, for real. So, but everybody's doing well other than being sick. That's, it's one of those things that I just feel bad for anyone. They were saying you recently got possessed by an owl? Who? Got me. uh, That is funny. All right. Get rid of that screen. Don't know why I need that sucker. Bye. All right. So, oh man. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start this rye blind and just chat with you guys a little bit. Any of you guys, college volleyball fans? No. Well, Nebraska got their butts kicked today. So we were hoping that they'd take the you know, national championship, but Texas dominated them. It wasn't even close. It wasn't even close. So let's start this rye blind here. All right, let me see if I can get this music started too. Let me know if you can hear it and if it's not too loud, because I would hate if it was loud. So, all right. So yeah, it was terrible. Hey, what's up? Who? Yeah, yep, that's what it is. Yeah, yeah, he got me. Got me. Hey, John Wade, nice seeing you here. My audio's a little low. All right. Let me just check that. That might have been with the music here. Let me see. Is that better, just moving the mic a little bit, or should I bump myself up a little bit? I can bump it up just a touch here. That better, guys? I don't want to yell at you either. Well, that's delicious. Damn. Well, this one wins. I don't know which one. So if I don't know some of the bottles that she could have poured from, one of my favorites is the Old Ezra 7, and I really enjoy that. So it is it's one that I like, the Old Ezra 7 rye. It's a higher proof, and I get caramel and some of the spicy mints and stuff like that, No, Major. No, I'm sure it's just, where it's at in the audio world, right? So, but appreciate it, Whiskey Wisdom, helping me out there. So that was really good. Caramel, but it's like minty as well. Do you guys like ryes in general? If you do, like, what are some of your ryes, your go-to ryes? This is a slight double blind. I don't know what bottles are in here, and I don't know what. Yeah, my wife set it all up for me. I just pulled out all of my rye bottles and said, pick 5. So that bottle that I like might not even be in this one. Now that's a minty bugger. Holy cow. Isn't it crazy how some ryes can be kind of mellow? One thing I didn't put in here because I like it too much is Pikesville. I didn't put Pikesville in here because I feel like that one just, I don't know, just is really good. And I wouldn't want it to just beat everything. Of course, in the blind, it's probably like, oh, it's the worst one. Who knows? Spearmint and minty, yeah. Yeah, I hear you there, Major. This one's minty. Holy cow. That's interesting. That green might be... I must have a toasted in there. That tastes toast. On the front end, it's got like a marshmallow / mint here. The single barrel rye. Yeah, I think the Jack Daniels, they're really making some good stuff. And I don't know, I've never seen the Old Forester like barrel strength rye. I've never seen it. I've got a couple of the bourbons though, but I've never got that. Yeah, Sagamore. I really dug Sagamore, or I do like the double oak. I really like the double oak Sagamore. I tried to keep away from putting finished things in this one just to throw it off too much. But apparently there might be a toasted one in there. Not bad, just kind of weird. That's more of a traditional rye right there. Okay. Those two are a little bit in the lead. Holy cow. So, anybody you guys watching the football game tonight? It's, actually it's supposed to be a pretty important game NFL-wise. Oh. Nice. Glad I asked my wife to pour a little bit more in there just in case I did something stupid, and I did it. Spilled it right on my bar. Fast hands, though. Fast hands. That is good. All right. I gotta wash my palate off here. Oh. Rare breed. Now, the rare breed, I've never had the rare breed rye. I see it around. It's probably something I should pick up. Knob Creek is one that I've used for old fashions for quite some time. Like that. Rittenhouse is one that I like for mixing. Sipping, it's okay. Ooh. That one's good. And I'm a rye guy. I like ryes. And I don't mind the minty. I grew up, and I've said this before, I grew up in a household. My mom was mostly Czech and German. And so I ate funky stuff my whole life. You know, it was like come in from a cold day and it was sauerkraut and potatoes. And so you ate that and it was like, so weird, funky stuff. It's like normal to me, really. The Law's Rye. I'll have to check that out. The Laws, they're everywhere. I've seen those a lot. What do I think about the Eagle Rare 10-year? Just got into bourbon, and this was my first decent bottle I was able to pick up at MSRP. Well, first of all, great job getting you a bottle that's, a little bit higher end. I think it's a great drink. It's 90 proof. It's sweet. It's going to have, a little bit of a red fruit characteristic to me anyway. I think it's a solid drink. And don't let anybody knock it, especially if you got it close to MSRP. I think it's a great drink, me personally. There's plenty of whiskey guys in the chat that might go maybe like, no, there's other things, but I think it's a great drink. Corbin Cash has a good rye. Okay, I'll keep my eye out for that one. I don't know if I've seen that. Appreciate it, Whiskey Wisdom. Yeah, hit that like button. Appreciate it, guys. Yeah, New York is tough. Well, I don't know if you guys ever see my shorts, but the local store here, everything's at secondary or above. It's crazy. And then I can go, 45 minutes away. I have to go bourbon hunting there, and I can get an Eagle Rare for 41 bucks if they have it. But man, it's hard. I mean, some people might live, in Georgia, or some other places that have better drops and better prices, just more competition. Georgia, Ohio, Florida, California, my goodness. Sometimes, man. No problem, man. Enjoy that drink, man. I think Eagle Rare is great. And I like Eagle Rare and I like Blanton's. Sometimes I might even go Eagle Rare over Blanton's just for an easy drink. So, yeah, enjoy. Any good bourbons, I recommend under 100, 150. That's a great, well, and obviously we're talking market-wise, right? I think a easy daily drinker, I like the Cooper's Craft 100. I think that's great. That's 30 bucks. Early times, bottled and bond, 30 bucks for a liter. Higher up, I think I would recommend looking at some of the Redwood Empire things. I really like the I've lost it. Redwood Empire. It's not the Pipe Dream. Lost Monarch. I like the Lost Monarch one. I think that's a pretty good one to get. I'm located in the center of Nebraska, Johnny. So it's hard to find anything, to be honest. I'm not proud of what I have to do to get my bottles, but I do it. Yeah, Pikesville rye is one I would encourage anyone to get. I think it's pretty solid. Chris, I agree. I think it beats Blanton's and Weller Special Reserve. I mean, Weller's Special Reserve is, eh, it's all right. For me, I just want more. I want more out of it. Dang, that was good too. All right. Wife's set up a banger for me, guys. It's crazy. So, but what would you guys say, Chris and anybody else that's in here? What would you suggest under $100 that's a solid whiskey to go after? I want something that if we wanted something that you could just find on the shelf most places. Eh, that one's got kind of almost like a sweet red fruit on the end of it. That's weird. I don't I don't know where that one's coming from, but it is what it is. All right, we're gonna go back through here quick. I think these three are the top for my ryes, and I like ryes. Hey, no problem, man. No problem. I love to. That's what this is all about, is to learn. I've got a buddy that's just gotten into bourbon, and he's really Jack Daniel's single barrel proof. Great suggestion. Great suggestion, Johnny. That is a amazing bottle for 60, 70 bucks. It's liquid banana bread. It's delicious and carries a punch though. Four Roses small batch select. Always that's thank you, Phil. That is one that is amazing. Gosh, what is just the Four Roses single barrel, just a single barrel for 50 bucks around where I can get it. I can just go pick it up anywhere. Great thing, just an easy drinker, delicious. Heaven Hill Bottle and Bond. Yep, that's everywhere now too. So that's one that is right around 50 to 60 bucks. Solid drink for that. I've never seen a Lucky 7 major. Never. I don't think it's distributed within the state. And I don't know if I've seen it. I don't think I've seen it ever. And I was down in South Carolina for vacation a while back, and I don't know if I was looking for other stuff. It's I probably looked right past some of that stuff. Chris, yep, Baker 7, single barrel. I mean, the information is here, my man. I mean, Russell single barrel, delicious. Baker 7, really nice. I like both of those a lot. Single barrel rye and bourbon. Yep. I would agree with the guys. That's totally where I think it's a. Gosh, there's so much good bourbon under $100, and there's these. People are marking up these bourbons, and it's like, for example, a Henry McKenna, great bottle. Good drink for 50 bucks. And my store wants $105 for it. So I go over and get my Cooper's Craft 100 for 30 bucks and just walk. Gosh, that is sweet. And that's red or orange. All right. Going back to green, because that was in my last here. Jefferson Tropics, I like my bourbon with a touch of island vibes. I'm not just savoring whiskey. My palate is laid back as the chair I'm sitting in. That's funny. I'm so interested in trying it because I've seen a few whiskey tubers out there do do a review on it, but it was like, eh. I was like, it was either that or a holiday Heaven Hill Bottle and Bond. So it's like, I already have that, so I'm gonna do the Jefferson. It was that or a $600 Boss Hog, and I didn't swing that. Stag is great for 100. Oh, yeah, if you can get Stag for 100 or under, I mean, first of all, it's one of the best deals you can get. It's it's a minty bugger. It's an interesting finish. That they tried to round that out with some kind of finish. That is definitely a finished rye. It has to be a toast. Oh man. But yeah, that's. I mean, there's so much, and it's crazy when you go to different states and see what they have. It's just amazing the differences that you can find in distributions. Yeah, never seen a stag. Yeah, I've got lucky to get a couple stags, but they're not easy to come by. Getting it by the case is cheaper. Yeah, yeah, I bet it is. I bet it is cheaper. You know, it's, you they're really happy to get rid of that. I'm sure for you. You know, they'll make you a deal, guys. That's almost. Do I have? It remind this one right here. This red one reminds me of a Buffalo Trace product. I guess I do probably have a Sazerac there. That can't be it though. I wouldn't think, but that tastes like a Buffalo Trace. Major, that OGD, it's the 114 is so delicious. It's two. John Wade, I would agree with that. The 120 proof single barrels of Knob Creek, and like there are a lot of places, man. Stores just get them all the time around here, and I don't know if I've had one that I really disliked. And it's 50, 60 bucks. It's a great bottle. Good call on that. Okay. Mm. So greens last. Guys, I'm a little bit I'm just terrified of this roulette. Um, to be honest, I really don't want to do it, but I think my friend asked me to do it, see if it would be fun. So hopefully I don't get that the first drink, man. That concoction that we made is terrible. I assume. Maybe I'll slap it back and be like, "Ah, that's delicious." Purple is mintier. These two are not minty at all. That's good. That's good. Yeah, the OGD. I can find it wherever I go, Major, and it's yeah, top three bottle purchases this year. Interesting, Johnny. I am putting out a video very shortly of my top purchases this year, and well, top bourbons, buys. I got a batch 12 EHT. It hit me well. I really enjoyed that one. I would say that batch 12. I had the single rick house from Russell's because I'm an idiot and I just want to spend money, so I got it off the website there. Um, I mean, Elijah Craig Barrel Proof C923 is great. I love it. I think it's one of the best that I got this year, and for 70 bucks. Of course, if you get them at MSRP, a lot of these are pretty legitimate, except for the Rick House. The Rick House is just stupid. How about you, Johnny? Have you got some bottles that you really enjoyed this year? Mm, that one's got more proof to it, a little bit more punchy. Man, Major, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's you catch them there. I mean, that's a great deal. That's a great deal for getting stags, but you can't get OGD for 114. That's crazy. Jack 12, Parker's double barreled, and EC. Yep, I've never had a Parker's product ever. I saw it once at a raffle. Eh, I don't know. How's the Jeffersons? You know what? I haven't cracked it. I got it yesterday, to be honest. I'll have to crack it here sometime in the near future and try it out. I don't know. It would be interesting to side by side because I always have a running joke that I haven't went to. It's not a successful bourbon hunt if I haven't been suggested a Jefferson's product. It's every time it's like, oh, have you tried the Jeffersons? Or we have a store pick at Jefferson's, or you should try the Jeffersons at sea. And it's like I've had a few and I didn't really care for them, but traveling to Florida next week and we'll be getting yeah. Go get it, Major. Go get that 114. All right. And honestly, I will say, Johnny Dean, I would probably put a Stag 23B in there. I really enjoyed that batch as well. Oh, in the middle. It's purple bottomed. We use window paint, just like chalk to like mark them for color. And then my wife, like, so I just mark them, leave them empty, and say fill them up and say what they are, color corresponding there. Jefferson's trash. Tropics is the only decent one. Well, that is helpful. I am glad that you, Whiskey Wisdom, I appreciate you, and I appreciate that you've, yeah, that you can give me a little positive vibes towards that bottle. Yeah. Tropics is the only one. Yeah, I've had other ones that I just, yeah, it's not worth the money or the time. Booker's 2303. The Mighty Fine, I find it one of the better Bookers in a while. In a while. For sure. The sticker. Yep. Okay. Dang. All right. Here. I'm thinking black. All right. So what I have is it's between black and blue for first. Yeah. You really enjoy it? Yeah. That's the one I spilt on my bar. Wish I had a little bit more, but I'm a dumbass. All right. So the way it is black comes in first. It's a high proof. I like that. I get a little bit more flavor, but it does burn. Blue is 2, and then we go red, purple, green. All right, let's see. My wife set this up here. Right here. What do we got? All right, black. Huh. Well, that makes me happy. Where is that bottle? Down here. It is Cask Strength, Redwood, Empire, Emerald Giant. Coming in number 1. How about that? B523 won without question. Oh, damn. I'll have to get one of those and do the same blind. I promise I'm not on the hype train. I actually just really enjoy it. All right. Number 2 is blue. Blue is Old Ezra. All right. Coming in second. Oh, Old Ezra. Coming in second. All right. Third. Purple. Nope. Orange. Sazerac. Hey, it was. It does taste like a Buffalo Trace product. Sazerac. All right. Fourth is purple. Penelope. Ah, is that it is toasted. Penelope toasted. You can tell it definitely helps on the back end. The front end's a little rough, but back end pretty good. Penelope does their stuff right there. Last place, green. I forgot that I even put that bottle out. Templeton, 4-year rye. Came in last. So there you go. That's what it is. These results are final, and I'm actually quite happy with them. So yeah, cheers, guys, on that one. Well, I'm actually quite happy, Major, that this thing won. You know, I have the cask strength of all 3. I got the the first one I popped was Lost Monarch, and the cask strength, it wasn't as good as the regular to me. I prefer like it, I guess, watered down a little bit. This is good. That Emerald Giant, if you get a chance, I'd suggest it. It's a full flavored one for sure. Yeah, going to stand by that. And I'm glad that the Templeton MGP went down and the MGP Penelope also went down. That's nice. Of course, I guess this is MGP too, isn't it? So I dig the Old Ezra for sure. Cheers, Keith. Appreciate you being in here. Old Ezra. And actually, I got to be honest, I didn't know if she would put this in here, but the Sazerac came out better than I thought, but it is a different drink in general than the rest. All right. So, Now that I got that done, let's do one spin while I talk to you guys a little bit. All right, help me out here. All right, now we're on to a crazier time, and I'm terrified. Yeah, it is an interesting lineup. I agree. It is one of those things that I'm. Yeah, there were some other options there, like the ones that didn't get put in. Is Smoke Wagon, and this is a Rossville Union store pick, so avoided those. So that's interesting. I actually thought the Smoke Wagon was in there, so I was way off. Blinds, man, blinds. Minty or not minty? Yes. Let me line this up again here. So redwood is a little minty on the nose, not on the palate. It's it's a rye. You can catch the rye, but it's not terrible. Purple is the Penelope toasted. That toast is just slams you in the face. It's just toasted so much there, Major. But I mean, it's not bad, but like when you drink it, you kind of know it's just overly toasted, and it's all right. Blue, Old Ezra. This is the one well, let's just pour a little bit more of that so I can get a nose of it. Drop the bottle. Let's try that here. All right. Yeah, the Emerald Giant I think is pretty solid. They're all MGP? Yeah. 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 I guess it depends on the day, Major. That one I think I've caught mint before, but today not as much, not as much. But it is what it is. I think that's a solid pour. The Old Ezra. I thought the Saz. I mean, it smells like the first time I smelled it, I was thinking Eagle Rare. So that's the nose that I get. So I don't catch mint at all. But this Templeton is one minty bugger to me tonight. Anyway, I would say that there is an element of mint on the top two, or in the Old Ezra and in the Redwood, but I think it's complemented well. If that helps. Yeah. Don't mind the smell. Just don't like the. Yeah, I would say both of these are good to go. I don't know. That might just be tonight because I feel like I've had these before and caught more mint. So it is what it is. Yeah, honestly, had a good buddy, Tom Black 06 right here. He's in the chat. Appreciate you, Matt. He got me onto this, gave me the first bottle, and now I have two because I find it delicious. For real. No, and Devin, the MGP rye, they make good ryes. That's why they use it. But I always loved there was a meme with all the Spider-Mans pointing at each other, and it was like Penelope and all the other redwoods and stuff, and it's like finishing matters. Yeah, so because they're all using the same product. Half black bottle. They do a lot of picks. The half black bottle of rye that does a lot of picks. Not 100% sure. I'm trying to think. Are you thinking of New Riff? New Riff has kind of that, and it's like they have the Balboa rye and things like that. All right, we're going to give it a spin, and whatever ends here is the first shot. 9% of a rye, yeah. I mean, Whiskey Wisdom, I listened to a podcast about how MGP pretty much they produce at such a scale that for a smaller distillery to do that, it's not cost efficient to actually produce it yourself. It's produce it produce it or just buy it and then say that you finished it. All right, first one down. Very minty is New Rift. I've never had the New Rift. I've only had the bourbon. I haven't had the ryes. All right, guys. First shot. Oh, that was good. Hashtag thankful. Oh, man. Had it. Honestly, that Templeton bottle. Now, I don't know how often Templeton moves in my area. I had a bourbon tasting, and someone brought this as a gift. It does look older, doesn't it? So, um, but yeah, got yours before I really started getting into whiskey. And that's, I mean, that's a lot of people. Like, I was drinking Templeton because it was the high-end mixer, and I would make old fashions with it. And then I found out that I could buy the same kind of product cheaper, as most of us usually do. Nobody wants to, yeah, you're right with Whiskey Wisdom. The machining to make it and to clean it is totally a nightmare. No distillery wants to do it, so they let MGP do it. 100%. 100%. It's one of those things that there's no reason. I actually saw a thing about vodka through MGP that a lot of the really higher end or popular brands maybe just get their juice from MGP because it's way cheaper than producing it yourself. And but like the machining and all the other, I mean, there's so much stuff that goes into work there, and so it's amazing to think that's one of those things that we have to deal with from time to time. Is like, oh, it's all MGP, but you know they don't do bad. I mean, there's been some killer MGP, and Penelope, amazing. I still think it's amazing what Penelope did. I just we're gonna buy it, we're gonna source it from you, we're gonna market. They market it really well, and not only did they market it, but then they finished it fairly well, got it out, you know, did what a lot of other people do, just marketed it better, made a big brand, and then sold it back to MGP. So like, hey, we're just going to have the brand name. We're going to keep doing it, and now we get choicer barrels. I would hope that's the case. Who knows? All right. So some of the shots that I have in here is like a Russell's 10 and like a single barrel for roses. Some that are very nice and palatable. I am thinking that it's probably time to take another spin and hope that I get lucky. Let's take that one. So it's one of those things. Whiskey roulette. If you've ever just we all know what this is. Just the same kind of roulette that you don't want to lose at. Cheers. Oh, that's good too. 2 out of 2. Oh, I remember what that one is. That's old granddad. Sorry, Major, but that was a delicious shot. I need a water. That one caught the back of my throat a little stronger. Oh man, 2 for 2. We're doing it, guys. We're doing it. Getting lucky. Getting lucky. Oh, Rebecca Creek. I I really am interested in Rebecca Creek. It's just one of those things. I really am interested in just the product. It looks cool. I'm interested in it for sure. What are you guys drinking tonight? It's Sunday night. I'm just talking at you. Anybody having anything that's a good pour, or are you like actually being or stand up adult and just deciding hey, we're not going to do this. We're going to go. It's Christmas pour. So yeah, that Major. I agree with that. You got to pour something kind of special for the holidays. What are you guys pouring? I'll let you know what I'm going to be pouring here shortly. But what are you guys pouring? The double barrel Spanish oak. Okay. All right. All right. I'll take a look. I'll take a look. Like it's that it doesn't exist where I'm at right now. I know. You know what? I'm coming through Ecamm and I'm looking because I bought a year subscription to this sucker, so I'm learning the ways. But StreamYard, I need to look into that as well because yes, I think it would be nice to have like just yahoos that we can talk with each other and just enjoy our bourbon. I do agree with that, Major. I'll put that in the works here for sure. I'm side by side, 10-year cast strength and rare breed rye. Let me know, Devin. Let me know. Oh man, Knob Creek 12-year, fantastic at 100 proof. That's a really interesting one. I had that. No, I had the 15-year. We've got 12 years just sitting around for about $70. Is that a good price? Maybe I should pick one up. I got you, whiskey. Matt, I should say. Whiskey Wisdom. By the way, I should say this. I know it's a lot of bourbon guys in there. Check out Major Zero. I think that's how I always want to say, it's Zero with an X. So check him out. Whiskey Wisdom had me on a live. I appreciate much love. Chris Jenkins puts out awesome content. Check him out. These guys, the community here is what's really special. It's what's fun here. And so please check them out. If you see there's people that really dislike my shorts of just making stupid jokes. If you see those and don't like that, these guys make better content. So go check them out. Bellmead Reserve today, Annabelle. All right. Heaven Hill Bottled and Bond. Yeah. Yep, that's solid pour. Solid pour. Henry McKenna 10. Okay. I think that's a solid pour, Chris. I mean, it's always a solid pour. All right, Major. All right. That's a solid drink too. Old Forester single barrel bourbon. Cave floor. Yep. The cave floor. I actually think I have a cave floor here. All special and such. Just finished pour rare breed. Now I would say day to day, rare breed is one of my just go-to Johnnies. I love rare breed. Love it. So solid. 11 years of scotch. Interesting, Devin. All right. I still need to get in the scotch. Major got me. Kind of talked me into it last time I was live. He was like, "Oh, you need to get into some scotch." I was like, "All right, walk me through it." No whiskey tonight. Just wrapping up a craft beer road trip, says Tom Black 06. Trying to get the rental car back before the deadline. That's a real thing, man. Get it back. Check out At Life from the Patio. All right. I'll have to check that out as well, and everybody else check it out. John Wade had a pour of a Sagamore Double Oak earlier. Holiday soft red wheat now. Now, I'm sure you guys see the holiday stuff around. It's actually closer to us in Nebraska, Kansas. It's a Missouri-based thing. Distillery. It actually was McCormick's before, and now it's Holiday. But I think they make some pretty good juice. A lot of bottled and bond stuff. I got their 1-barrel store pick from a place, about 45 minutes away from me. It's pretty solid. Just picked up a Russell's Reserve single barrel store pick. Dang. Never had it. Open it for the holidays. It's Keith. I think it's a pretty solid pour. I really enjoy the Russell's Reserves, and especially the store picks. I look better? Well, that's great. I've been working out. I'm just kidding. All right. Life from the Patio. We got you. Well, I want to check out your stuff. All right. Another spin on the roulette wheel. I'm going to tell you right now that Tom Black 06 is going to be so disappointed if this is not the bullet. He's going to be so disappointed. All right. Cheers. Oh. Oh, man. It's so bad. It's a bullet. Oh. That's terrible. Oh, God. I didn't want to spit it out. I wanted to be man. God, why would anybody make that product? God, bless it. Just for you. Damn it. So mad that got pulled. Oh, God. So, this idea kind of, God. It's like spicy pickle, like had sex with fish and just, soy sauce. Oh, God. Terror bad. So bad. Damn it. Oh, I thought I was going to be so lucky. I got 2 right. Oh. Oh. Sorry about that audio, guys. I don't know why anybody would make that product. Oh, that spicy pickle. This is the devil. Devil's butthole. So, the idea that the reason we talked about this is because of Chris Jenkins' video. Oh, when he was trying to find a way to drink Malort. And I can't get Malort here. It doesn't exist because apparently a high quality product like that just doesn't get the sales here. So we had to work it around and create a few things. And there's a few things. I went down to the liquor store. Guys, that was bad. Oh, my Lanta. God bless it. But went down to the liquor store and asked, I was like, all right, give me your 10 worst shooters. The number one, the guy like ran over and he's like, this is the worst thing I've ever put in my mouth. I said, yeah, I'll take one. That sounds like fun. Tom Black 06. I hope you're happy. Oh, God. Oh. Boy. Whew. Guys, that not only is that like the spice and the pickle, like, oh my God, it is so bad. Bloody Mary. Well, I can see that it's not a shooter. I can see that, John Wade. Oh my gosh. Oh. My God. All right, I'm back. Whew. You send me as much as you want, Chris. I mean, I think this, it's a fun little thing. Oh God, that's terrible. I'm glad I did everything before that. You didn't hate Malort. I would drink it all day long before I drink Pot Still or Johnny Drum. Okay, so I was making a video and the audio went to shit, major, about Johnny Drum and Old Bardstown. They're the same bottle, same proof. I almost wonder if they're the same product, and they're just marketed 2 different ways. If you don't know, a lot of companies do that. For example, toothpaste, they say, oh, this one's cavity, and this one's whitening, and this one does all of them. They're all the same toothpaste. Yeah. Oh. Oh, that Wicked Pickle, it's, yeah, I don't know. Whew. Sorry, guys. That took me back farther than I wanted to go. That's crazy. Sorry, I'm scrolling back up. I'm trying to regain my consciousness here. What's up, Wesley? Appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, Chris, it was the idea. It was like, hopefully not catch it. God dang it, I thought I was going to go 3 for 3 tonight. It's all right. It's terrible. I have a secret I'll share with you. I just discovered, if you have a good scotch and you know where the bourbon barrel came from, add a dash of bourbon to the scotch. Ooh, I like that idea. I like it. A lot of it's probably Jack Daniels, right? I mean, Jack Daniels produces so many barrels and they ship them over there. But I mean, so does Jim Beam, blah, blah, blah. But I like that idea. Has anyone ever told me that I sound like Adam Carolla? I was trying to figure out why your voice sounded familiar. Oh, no one's ever said that to me, but damn, Adam Carolla wasn't the name that I wanted to be associated with, but that's fine. Whiskey Wisdom, that's fine. And it's funny because, you know, what you hear yourself versus other people hearing you, it's just what, you know. Oh, I'm going to take the other shot of that because, my God, that is, oh, guys. John Wade, I can understand a Bloody Mary. You got to mix that up a little bit. Cheers, y'all. Oh, that is so much better. So much better. All right. Well, Tom Black 06, I hope you're happy. You got what you wanted. We'll probably keep that in, and hopefully I just don't catch the bullet all the time. Ah, blessed, that was terrible. Keith B. I have some samples that were sent to me. Which one should I pour tonight? Prideful Goat. Oh, I've always wanted to try Prideful Goat. Always wanted. ECBP, C923, Storytime Friday at Fred's. I don't know what's that one. I mean, I love that 923. Whiskey Wisdom came out and said that he liked the B23 more. So I mean, first of all, good job for Elijah Craig actually putting out some bangers. For once, it's kind of like Booker's. Every once in a while, like they put out some and it's like fishing. You know, when you throw it out there and you're like, hey, all I did was spend 30 hours mad that I didn't catch anything, and then you catch one, you're like, oh, this is actually fun. This is why we do it. That's how Booker's has it. Like they just put one out just often enough to keep me hooked. Man, Keith, I mean, you go with your gut, but man, Prideful Goat, I've just always been interested. Prideful Goat 15. I mean, I just loved it. Wesley Coons, have you ever had Glyph Bourbon? No, I haven't. Where's that from? Oh man, guys. It is one of those things that I just made a complete jerk of myself, but it's for the fans, right? You know, when somebody hooks you up, it is what it is. And they give you some good barrels or good bottles, and then they say, you know what you should do? You should put 3 really nice shots out there, or just easy drinking shots, and then put 1 terrible one out there, and just spin it and see what happens. California. I haven't heard of that one, Wesley Coons. That's interesting. But Whiskey Wisdom, I appreciate you stopping by. Mad love to you. And we'll get you guys on. I'll get this figured out. I'll get you figured out. And obviously, I'm going to bother you guys because I need some help. So appreciate it, Whiskey Wisdom. Have a good night, man. Also, hope the kids heal up. Oh. So, Wesley, so that's from California. Appreciate it. Just everyone. Appreciate y'all. But the California, so that's where it's distilled, or is that just like, is it like farm to glass type of thing? I just don't know. I'll have to research it. It's interesting. Wisdom night. I like it. I like it. Whiskey Wisdom. See you later. I'm like Ron Burgundy. I just read what's on the teleprompter. Oh, God, that spicy pickle, that lingers, man. That's terrible shit. Whew. All right. So what am I going to do right after this, other than go right to bed? I am going to check out Life from the Patio, 100%. So if you get a new subscriber tonight and just weird comments, just understand that I took a terrible shot and I am trying to recover from that. Oh, man. Old Granddad 114 is a solid pour. It is amazing. It's no frills, right? It's just what it is. It's distilled, interesting, in California. I'm interested. Spicy pickle's the worst. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's so bad. Oh, goodness. I really wanted to make sure I took the whole shot like all the rest, and I couldn't because I'm a wuss. It's so bad. It's so bad straight. Now, in a Bloody Mary, I can understand the application there. Wicked Pickle mixed with Malort might be the next one. And that's when Wade died. Yeah. It's just terrible. Just overall, just horribly terrible. But oh. Oh, interesting, Wesley. Never been in the barrels. They boil their stuff. All right. Yeah, so they distill it there, and then they throw it in the barrels and then age it. So is there a specific product, or do they just have one? Like I said, it's California based, so I don't know. I'm looking up and I can't remember the name. It's glyph, glyph, like hieroglyph. Interesting. And so, well, that's something definitely I would love. I've never, I've never been to California, Wesley. I've been real close, lots of times. Lots of times I've been around California. Nothing personal, just haven't been there. So California is a place that I would enjoy going bourbon hunting for sure, as well as Florida, because it's nice and my family would be. And so if you guys don't know, most of the time I'm sitting here. It's because my kids go to sleep early on Sunday nights. That's the only time I can do it because dad first, this is second. Actually, it's like third or fourth, really. But I just appreciate you guys hanging out with me for now. Stuff's never been in barrels. So it's like White Dog, Wesley? Never want to go there? No, I do want to go there. I do want to go. Yeah, California, obviously. It's amazing. I just haven't had the opportunity to at the moment. Um, but there's obviously a lot of oh, you're in Florida. Yeah, Florida is also nice, especially when like okay, I don't know if all you guys are enjoying the really nice winter we're having right now, but like in the middle of Nebraska, it was 60 degrees today. So thank whatever industry you want to think of for the nice warm stuff. But it's been really nice. But usually at this time we're looking to like go somewhere where it's warm for a while, but not yet. I don't have any Balcones blue or baby blue. I don't have any. Should I get some? I had some Balcones. To be honest, it's probably not a fair review. I drank a bunch of it one night and then threw it all up in my friend's front yard, Mike. Yeah, classy look, classy look. But we did play golf for the next 3 days in 90-degree heat. Not a great move. But I think I enjoyed it. The regular Balcones, I can't remember what label it was, so maybe it was the baby blue. Should I check it out? Big Knob Creek fan? Yeah, I mean, Knob Creek, yeah. Interested in Knob Creek rye? Haven't had it. I think you should try it. Jason, I think you should try it. I really enjoy. I think Knob Creek rye makes good, and I use that for old fashions all the time. I enjoy it. We were at Disneyland for Christmas last year. It wasn't terrible. All right, Major. All right. Now, my kids are at the age where we can go to Disneyland. I have people that are also trying to get me to go to Disneyland. I really don't want to go to Disneyland because of the expense. Tell me it's terrible, Major. Tell me it was terrible. Like Disneyland in general was terrible. Curious how the newly announced Elijah Craig toasted rye will stack up to Penelope. That that is interesting. The toasted bourbon. I do have toasted barrel Elijah Craig toasted barrel. It was all the thing. It's fine. It's fine. I think that the rage was quick and then it was gone because this is sitting on all the shelves everywhere I go. It's not a bad drink though. Just crazy. Major, you're not supposed to. You're not helping. You're not helping. Baby blue is made from blue corn. Okay, very unique. Would be interesting review. I'll try it. The one thing I regret, Mike, is, and like I agree with you, that would be a cool review. One thing I regret, I was in South Carolina and I didn't get the red corn revival. Some people down in the South, you probably see it all the time. That doesn't exist up here, but it's one of those things that like they found like a kernel of corn and grew it, and made a crop out of it, and then they started distilling it because why wouldn't you, right? And so it would have been cool to have that versus this, like a baby blue versus a red corn, but yeah, it is. Wesley, you're right. My apologies. Haven't been to Disneyland. Disney World was fantastic. Oh, life from the patio. It's yeah. I'm just not gonna let my wife and my one friend that's trying to get us to go there see this. It's fine. I'm just gonna wipe this off the internet. It's totally fine. Also, what are you guys' thoughts on skiing? I'm going skiing for the first time. I'm gonna turn 40 and going skiing. So when you see me in a neck brace or something, just know that it's probably because I just didn't want to go to Disney and I decided to go skiing. Disney, yeah. Try not to spend too much, but worth the Disney price. All right, all right. Just stay out of California. Deal. I have been really close, like miles away from it, but haven't ever been in California. Haven't heard anyone that likes let red corn. Well, I guess I dodged a bullet because I was down there, and of course they're trying to sell you stuff, right? And it was like, oh, have you tried the Jeffersons at Ocean? You know, and I was like, or at sea, or whatever. And I was like, yes, and I don't like it. And they're like, you should try this revival red corn. And I was like, that's interesting as well. Yeah. And then they pretty much talked me into a Wathans. Have you guys ever had a Wathans or a Wathans or I don't know how to say it? It's fine. If the kids are tall enough, take them to the islands of adventure and go early in the morning. All right, all right. Now, God, you guys twisting my arm. I can pull off a limb. Yeah, that ain't no joke. And I'm really worried that skiing is there's going to be a limp for real now. I've played sports through high school a little bit collegiately. It's nothing to brag about. It was like they needed people to fill a roster. That's all it was. And but I never injured my knees. I've got some rough hips because I was a thrower, believe it or not, in college and in high school, and so like you're always going one way, and so my hips are a little bit messed up. But like, yeah, I think I can pull off a limp. You're right. Love it. Been skiing all my life. My wife's family, they are skiers. They've been skiing throughout, right? And I'm built to get hit like max velocity coming down a mountain. And so that's terrifying enough for me because like I'm okay. I'm built to crash. I'm a thick dude, right? I'm worried about killing that nice family from Florida that is just coming for a weekend, enjoying themselves, and they're just going back and forth nice, and then I'm coming like a barrel, like I'm gonna sorry dead. That's what I'm worried about. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. What's purple again? Why did I even put that in the list? Nope, it's gone forever. Doesn't matter. Purple's minty. Oh, that's the toasted. That's right. Whew. Well, it'll be interesting. You'll be in the snow plow position, trust me. I know, I know. And it's one of those things. My wife is very athletic, and so she's been skiing all of her life. Not a problem at all. It's just I'm trying to enjoy or like try not to get injured and also be a parent because our kids are going. They're all very athletic. They're well built. They're not built like me, and so they're gonna take it. They're gonna kick my ass is what it's really gonna be. And I'm just gonna be there trying not to hold everyone back. That's my whole gig right there. Oh, cheers, Jeff. Appreciate it, man. Oh, but it is what it is, you know. So it's skiing, it terrifies me. I'm a flatlander for sure. I came from a small town in Kansas from a very poor family. I don't know if you heard, but my family sometimes ate just sauerkraut and potatoes. So skiing was not in the repertoire. So now we're doing better. Marry well, gents. And yeah, so it's now it's an option and I'm terrified. Yeah, Bunny Slopes is 100% where I'm planning on being. I am camping out there, and I'm going to be in that pure pizza, and I'm just going to be like, and I mean, I'm a thick dude, so I can dig if I need to. So, you know, there's going to be people flying by me, like 8-year-olds that are just like, come on, dude, like move. I'm like, nah, this is as fast as I'm going. All right, so I'm gonna crack this Jefferson's Ocean, or no, Tropics, because why not? We're here, we're chatting. No, we're not gonna open it. Is this perforated at all? This is ridiculous. Oh, well, maybe I won't have this because I can't open it. But so Christmas pours. That was one thing I wanted to get back to. There were several people that said what they were going to have for Christmas, and I don't know how your family is. My family is like we have several different types of holidays, Christmases, and so Christmas Eve we have one at my wife's family, and then my family is Christmas actually. So sorry about that audio, guys. One thing I'm going to have is I'm going to have the Midwinter's Night Dram, the new release. I just think it's, if it's going to be cold, go after that. Try that one for a while. I also think that like a Joseph Magnus cigar blend is just a really nice finishing drink when, it's hopefully cold outside, Christmas trees lit, kids are asleep, and they've just, because they got up at 4:45 the morning of Christmas, and they are already just out, just loving everything that it is to be a child. And I am sitting there like successful for another year. And yeah, something like that. A little bit sweet finish on the end. That's probably what I'm going to be drinking. But yeah, the kids, man. I mean, if you have kids and you get through the Christmas or the holiday season and there's gifts, it's always cool to see it. It's like it's so much better than when you were a kid. Like I will say that when I would turn 6, I got a Ghostbusters backpack because it was really cool then, right? It was like 1990. And backpack in like a ghost trap. I still had those and my kids broke it. So saved them for like 30 some years. It was pretty awesome. Did you guys keep anything that it was real nostalgic like that with you? Or did you just like, did your parents just like waste them in a flood? All right. Jefferson's Tropic. Quick review. And then we'll get the heck out of here. I'll let you guys be, but I appreciate you guys checking me out and just hanging out. Appreciate it. Cheers. Hmm. It doesn't smell bad. Now, this is such an interesting story, and gosh, how much does it cost to ship shipping containers to Singapore, let them sit there, and then ship it back versus just age them in a rick house? But it's the story, right? Okay, so the caribou. I actually like it, Wesley. The caribou. If you ever had caribou, Wesley, or if you have a caribou, it is obviously it's Canadian whiskey that Sazerac owns, and so it gets into a Sazerac bottle, right? And I catch a little coconut with it. It's not a bad drink. The proof is 90, 80 proof, so it is super easy, like not real powerful. It's a decent drink. It's probably not worth like going crazy. So the story with the Tropic. Okay, so Jefferson Oceans threw a bunch of whiskey in shipping containers, shipped it on a barge, well, or big ship, right, over to Singapore, left it there in the Singapore, gosh, I want to say even in the harbor, and just sat it there in the humidity for, it doesn't say a time period. I'm sure it says, on the website, but they leave it in Singapore for the humidity and stuff to drive into that oak, right? And then they shipped it all the way back, and then bottled it and called it the Tropics because of all of the humidity, whatever, in Singapore. I'm not sure if that's like needed. I think that there's some amazing bourbon that just sits in Kentucky, Missouri, Indiana, etc. But if you have the money and if you have a huge ship and you just ship it over there, why not, right? It's pretty sweet, really sweet actually. Hmm, that's actually not bad. It is rapid aging. It's major. You're 100% right. Um, and what I think is, well, what's the proof on this? It's got to be low. 52, 104. Not bad. Texas and Nevada. Now, you can have really good bourbons from Texas and Nevada, but those rapid, like, man, you get some leathery tannins and stuff like that from that. Like High West, I don't mind it. Some of the Balcones and oh shoot, what's the other like really big name Texas um, brand? It's got uh, Cowboy and all that. Gosh, I just anyway. Um, those, gosh, they can get that heat pushes drives that that liquor into that wood so quick and so hard that it gets more age on it. And I don't know if I really enjoy that product. And with Scotch, obviously, it's in an older barrel that's already been saturated, but it's in cooler temperature, so a more just kind of a constant climate, and so it ages more gently. Bourbon can kind of go that way, and if you go into like hotter climates, it can really go. Garrison Brothers, thank you. That's the one I was thinking of. Still Austin, I hear is good. I've never seen a bottle. Uh, I've never seen a bottle, but I would love to try both Garrison Brothers and Still Austin, just to try like Balcones and oh gosh, what did I just say? Oh, High West, not High West. Smoke Wagon. Smoke Wagon are the two that I find like they get a little bit leathery, and that's not a bad profile. It can just be a little bit much. Some people love it though. Not sure with the voyage I had. It's not bad. All right, Phil. Um, and like I just had early on, I had some Jeffersons that kind of put me off, and so I just left it. You know, but this isn't bad. I bought it for like in the raffle. Okay, guys, they had some things that I really was hopeful for. Like I wanted Jack Daniel's twice barreled rye. It was ahead of this. Obviously, that was gone. There was some other things that were like there was a stag and some other things that were ahead of it that I would obviously taken before this. This was legitimately people were taking Heaven Hill bottle and bonds before this in a raffle. It's like you guys can get that anywhere. But so it was just waiting there for me. So it is what it is. It's not bad. It's one of the better Jeffersons that I've had. 100%. Yeah, not bad. Delicious, actually. I'm not mad at that. Still Austin is very good. Probably one of the very few Texas bottles I've enjoyed. Yeah. Harbinger, not bad either. Interesting. Um, and now I have a good friend, one of my best buddies that's down in Houston. And so I go down there every once in a while to see him. He doesn't understand bourbon at all. And so I'm like, hey, can we? And like, that's the first time I've ever been to a Specs and a Total Wine. It was like, I walked in and I was like, holy shit. He's like, oh, we got 8 minutes before it closes. I was like, I need more time. I need more time. And so it's just one of those things that it's like, I, I, I need to go back and take a little bit more time in those stores because there's so many labels that I don't even get to see. But still, Austin is one that I've always wanted. And so going back, I was looking for specific bottles at that point with the 8 minutes that I had. And still, Austin, I wasn't thinking about it. I was stupid. Harbinger, is that the one with the like the gun? Like the holster for the cork? What's the one that has the smear on it? What do you mean, Wesley? I gotta say, guys, $100 probably not worth it. Just finding the Jeffersons that's actually decent. Okay. Yeah, Garrison Brothers. I need to get into that. Is there, if everybody here, what's one, if you had to suggest a Garrison Brothers that you've had, which one would it be? Because there's a few out there that I've seen, like small batch, I think, and things like that. What would you suggest? Spear in it. Oh, not, I misread that. I'm sorry, Wesley. What's the one that has the spear in it? Hmm. Wesley had the Widow Jane last night for the first time. Uh, the Applewood. I thought it was fabulous. That's awesome, man. I've never seen the Applewood. I've actually wanted to try. I have a Decadence. I really am grateful that I got that. I traded a buddy for Decadence, and he got it for like $100 or something like that. And all he wanted was, gosh, I can't remember. It cost me like $50 to get $100 bottle off of him. And so it was a really good trade for me. And he's like, nah, he's like, maple's not my thing. So it is what it is. But I had the regular Widow Jane, not a fan. The 10-year, and like I think it's batch specific, but boy, it was weird. Sits on the shelf. Yeah, I mean I have the Paradigm Rye, which is funny that didn't get in here either. She didn't choose that one either. Iron Root Republic Harbor has a big R on the front. Interesting, Bill. All right, I'll take a look. It has that big piece of wood in it. Oh, Wesley, you're talking about, is it Oakenspire? Oakenspire. I understand what you're going at now. Yeah, this one right here, Oaken Eden, not Oakenspire, Oaken Eden. Idiot. So this Oaken Eden, right? They put a spire in there. This one specifically is a store pick, and it is Amberana finished. It's cinnamon crunch. It's cinnamon toast crunch is what it is, and it is overpowering for sure. The Decadence is good. I think it's great. The black bottle on my shelf, Wesley. Is that what you're talking about? The black bottle on my shelf. Hey, Major, it's good. I think it probably fits there. I think it fits in a celebration. It's sweet. It's maple finished. It you do catch some of that, but it is delicious all the same. Right here, Wesley, that's the one. So this one's Amberana. Obviously, Oak and Eden have a lot of different things, and it's got it's obviously got that spire in it. Which is kind of interesting. But I've had some of their products that just were okay. This one, I actually bought it because it added an opportunity for me to get a. It gave me more uh, entries into a raffle, and I lost all of it. So it was like one of those things. It's fine. It's fine. It's really cinnamon forward. John Wade only had Harrison or Garrison small batch, overpriced, low proof. Okay, good to know. Widow Jane 10-year anniversary bottle, gold label is excellent. I've never seen that one. I've had just like the regular batch ones for like 90 or like it's $90 here, and I was so disappointed. I had a buddy that brought another batch, and it was way better. Mine was just I just got a bad bottle, maybe I don't know. Is put me off. It's a lot like the Jeffersons stuff for me. Garrison's. Oh, The black bottle for Garrison's. Okay. All right. I'll have to take a look at that. It's good. It went through a half a bottle. The decadence. Yeah. I mean, it is. Yeah, Major, you'll have to let us know. Like, celebrating and enjoying yourself and having that nice nice decadence. It is, I mean, it's a good name because it is a little decadent. Spend $100 on Garrison high proof single barrel last year. Never again. All grain and ethanol. Yeah. I did something similar in one of my early hunt videos. I was in Colorado. By the way, Colorado has some amazing like distributions and things like that. They had uh, one place I went to had like a bunch of really cool allocated bottles that you would never see. Heaven Hill 20, William Lou Weller, a bunch of stags, things like that. And they were way overpriced. And so I was there and I'm like, I can't buy any of those. What would you suggest? And he goes, oh, this 291. I suggest it's $100 a bottle. He goes, it's Colorado. It's aged in aspen staves. It is one of the most disappointing bottles I've purchased. It was terrible. So I'll stay away from the single barrel. Appreciate that. Yeah, Chris, like that's what it's all about, right? Sharing stuff, man. Garrison Small Batch has the black wax. Okay. See, I am not versed into the Garrisons because like it's almost I don't want to say blinders, but it's just like I'm looking for other stuff. It was hand delivered by the amazing Chris Jenkins going to take it with me on vacation. That's what it's all about. That's what this is about. Like, I hate. I'm actually making a short, real short. It's like a bourbon bro versus bourbon nerd, and it's like it's based on real life, real events. This happened, but in the same, it's like how bourbon bros, uh, in in this context, don't actually like share, and like just bourbon dudes do, and so I I just appreciate anyone that like gets good stuff and shares it. I like if you guys are ever not that you would ever want to come through here, but this is like one of those things like this is an open bar, right? We would try because we want to go through different experiences and different samples of stuff you've never had. That's awesome. Totally awesome. What's up, Whiskey Corner? Hey man, appreciate you stopping in. You missed some of the fun. I gagged on a terrible shot earlier. I'm, you know, you should be lucky that you missed that. Terrible, but appreciate you guys stopping in. It really is. It's so amazing. Major, you've been such a catalyst for me, so I appreciate you so much, and it really is. And I hear like because I enjoy the community, and it's one of those things that when you go to a liquor store and you sit in the bourbon aisle and you have a dude come up to you or a lady, I don't want to be gender specific here, and they come up to you and they're talking about like, have you tried this? Have you tried like that's the best, man. That's the best. And it's great when you have so much more experience and a wider range coming from you guys. So appreciate you, Chris Jenkins, Major, Keith, Whiskey Corner, all you guys. John Wade, I just appreciate you for being from Kansas and like coming in and checking it out. I appreciate you. Also, congratulations if you're still in here, John Wade, on your Packers beating my Chiefs. That was a sad day. Bourbon is for sharing. Yes, life from the patio, 100%. It's for sharing. It is from sharing. It's like I I interact with a bunch of people because I'm sure all of you do, right? That's bourbon related, and they're looking for the next dollar, right? And I'm looking for the next experience. And I grew up incredibly poor, so sharing is like in me. Like we needed to make dinners for other people because they couldn't afford it. Just what it was. And so like me now, I'm pretty happy. I'm, you know, obviously I'm lucky enough to have enough money to be okay, comfortable. So sharing this stuff is what it's all about. Just download Whiskey Shelf to check out what it does. Let me know, Chris Jenkins. I don't know what that is. Yeah, Whiskey Corner. You, by the way, love the content. All you guys, rock stars. Honestly, um, crush my content. So it is what it is. But I appreciate you greatly, guys, for checking in. And Whiskey Corner, I'm going to put out a short of that because I feel like my wife is going to be so proud of me trying to take that shot like a big boy and not being able to handle it. Yeah, John Wade, it is what it is, man. The NFL and just in sports in general, they're gonna disappoint you. You know, it's just how it is. They're gonna disappoint you. They're gonna raise your hopes up, and then they're gonna crush them. That's just what it is. Yeah, Bill. Like that's like I legitimately like so everybody knows me as the bourbon guy, right? And I have three relatives that are really like they're interested in trying different stuff. And then I have one relative, it's a brother in law, and he's really interested in trying um, anything that's crown flavored. So it's like, okay, like I got a little bit of crown apple for you. Not the 23-year, because that's ridiculous. But it's some of those things is like, all right, I tried. But like some people are interested, and like when you start seeing them, like, oh, that's different. Oh, that's awesome. So making a list to open with your brother. Oh, that's awesome. I need to inventory my whiskey collection. Yes, Chris, I agree that I have more than I need, and I have more than I even understand that I have. Honestly, that's where some of the giveaway came around. It wasn't driven by my wife, but it was just like looking at like the storage, and it's like, I need to get rid of some bottles. Here's some bottles I can get rid of. Because I need to. Because like I does buying bottles ever stop? Because I don't know if that does. And so with that, guys, appreciate you all hanging out with me. I'm I'm gonna let you go because I am talking, and I know my wife is trying to like actually relax because she actually works hard for a living, and so I need to turn this down and be quiet for a while. So, um, but I can't I cannot say enough that I'm so grateful for the community, guys. It is really just an amazing time. I enjoy it. I can't wait to get back on the next live. It really is that way because just having the conversations and the enjoying. I'm going to keep making dumb content for you guys, and I just really appreciate you guys so much for stopping by, interacting with me. It's like you guys are the best, really. And at some point, we'll have a meetup. I have a feeling because like that's going to be the fun part of this, right? Is like getting together. So appreciate y'all. I have really just appreciate you all of you. I'm really trying to still deal with that pickle shot that I took. It's terrible. So so grateful for you guys. And, you know, until next time, happy holidays. Stay healthy. Heal up if you're out there. Just appreciate you guys. Keith, just, I really appreciate you stopping by. All you guys, really, I'm so grateful. So until next time, we'll see ya. Peace out, guys. Cheers.